Now come to most important portion of the nucleus, and that is called as the nucleolus. So what is the nucleolus? First of all, the nucleolus, it is a singular term. If more than one nucleus is present, then it is called as nucleoli. And the nucleoli, it is the plural term. That means if more than one nucleus is present, then it is called as the nucleoli. Otherwise, it is called as the nucleolus if it is present in the one number. So this is the structure of the cell. Let's suppose this is all over, it is called as the nucleus. Okay. So now inside the nucleus, at the middle portion, there is a portion like this, or there is a structure like this, and this structure is called as the nucleus. Okay. Nucleolus. So nucleolus, it was discovered by Fontana in 1971. So, and he discovered in eel skin. That means eel is a fish. So in the eel skin, the Fontana discovered the nucleolus. So now come to the structure of the nucleolus. So if you ask what is the structure or the exact structure of the nucleolus, then it is a round color, round, dense and darkly stained structure that is present inside the nucleus is called as the nucleolus. So now the nucleolus, look at the structure. The nucleolus, most importantly, it doesn't have any membrane. So that means, most importantly, nucleolus is a non-membrane structure. That means it doesn't have any membrane structure. So in some organisms, the number of the nucleus is 1. That means we can say that there is a nucleus. For example, in our case, in the human case, so the number of the nucleolus is 1. So you can say that it is the 1. But in many organisms, there are many nucleolus. So we can say that they have nucleoli because it is a plural term. So that means if the number of the nucleolus is more than 1, then it is called as the nucleoli. So now this nucleoli structure or the nucleolus, because it doesn't have any membrane, so now the content of the nucleus, for example, these are the content of the nucleus and they are called as the nucleoplasm. So what is the nucleoplasm? So what is the nucleoplasm? It is just like the cytoplasm. For example, inside the cell, so they are called as the cytoplasm. So like that, inside the nucleus, the cytoplasm is called as the nucleoplasm. So because the nucleolus is a non-membrane structure, that means it doesn't have any membrane, so that the content of the nucleoplasm is continuous with the nucleolus. That means the content can easily go to inside to the nucleus of the nucleoplasm, or the content present in the nucleoplasm, it can transport to the nucleolus freely because it doesn't have any membrane structure. So now, how the nucleolus is formed? So most importantly, how the nucleolus or this structure, how it is formed. So nucleolus is formed by most important, that is called the NOR. NOR means nucleolar organizing region. So that means, so inside the nucleus many chromosomes are present. So around particular chromosomes, so the nucleolus is formed. For example, let's suppose this is a chromosome. So in the chromosome, around the chromosome a structure is formed, and that is called as the NOR, the nuclear organizing region, and it is called as the nucleolus. And it is one is called as the, this is called as the centromere, or it is also called as the primary constriction. Okay. So now around this part, it is called as the secondary constriction. So that means the nuclear organizing center is simply, you can say that it is the secondary constriction, and the nucleolus is formed around particular chromosomes, not one. Normally 1 to 6, around 1 to 6 chromosome. For example, this is one chromosome, this is another chromosome, this is again around, this is another chromosome, this is another chromosome, another chromosome, this is another chromosome. So around this, always at the secondary constriction. So by combining this secondary constriction of the NOR region, a nucleolus is formed. So if we ask in the human, around 5 chromosomes, the nucleolus are formed. And if you ask the exact what are the 5 chromosomes around which the nucleolus or the nuclear organizing region is formed, and the answer will be 13, 15, 20, 21 and the 24th chromosome. That means around these 5 chromosomes, the nuclear organizing region. So 24 means out of 46. So 13, 15, 20, 21, 24, around which this nuclear organizing region or the nucleolus is formed. Okay. So now come to the what is the exact structure of the what is the parts of what are the parts of the nucleolus. So there are the mainly 4 parts are present. One is called as the granular zone. The second one is called as the fibrillar zone. The third one is called as the amorphous, or simply you can say that the matrix, or you can say that pars morpha, and the fourth one is called as the nucleolar chromatin. Most importantly, it is the nucleolar chromatin, not nuclear chromatin. Nuclear chromatin means the chromosome that is present in the nucleus. So the nucleolar means the nucleoprotein or the nucleic protein or the rRNA, more exactly the rRNA that is present, and that is called as the nucleolar chromatin, not like the DNA that is present in the chromosomes. So that is present in the nucleus, but in the nucleolar or the nucleolus, there the rRNA is present. So first come to the granular zone. Look at this structure. This is the structure of the nucleolus. At the outer chromatin material, they are called as the perinuclear material. That means the chromatin material that is present outside the periphery region, it is called as the perinuclear material, and all the materials, nuclear material that is present inside it, it is called as the intranuclear chromatin. That means they are present inside or the center of the nucleolus. So first structure is called as the granular zone. Look at this structure. This is the granular zone. So always the granular zone, it is present in the periphery. It is present in the periphery region. So what is the granular part, or what structure that contributes to the granular structure or the granular zone? Mostly it is ribonucleic protein. So what is the ribonucleic protein? Simply you can say that the rRNA and the associated protein is called as the ribonucleic protein. So at the outer region or the periphery region, the granular portion is present, and it contributes, or it contains the ribonucleic protein that contains rRNA and its associated protein, and it is called as the ribonucleic protein. The second one is called as the fibrillar zone. Look at this structure. This is the fibrillar zone, and as the name suggests, the fibril or the fibrilla, that means the fibril like structure that is present inside the nucleolus, and they are present inside or the center part, which is called as the granular portion. So now it contains rRNA plus proteins, and that is the non-histone protein. So in the NEET exam, sometimes it will ask that in which part of the nucleolus the proteins are present, or the ribonucleic protein. If the ribonucleic protein is not mentioned, if simply it is asked that in which part of the nucleolus the proteins are present, the answer will be the granular zone. And if it will ask that in which part the rRNA is present, the answer will be fibrillar zone. Okay. The third one is the amorphous or the matrix or the pars morpha. So look at the structure like the cytoplasm, like the structure that is called as the middle part, or simply it is called as the matrix, or the inside or the center, at the exact center, it is called as the amorphous or the matrix of the pars morpha. And the fourth one is the nucleolar chromatin. So the nucleolar chromatin means here the rRNA or tRNA. So these rRNA, tRNA are mainly present in the nucleolar chromatin along with some DNA structure. Okay. So now what is the function of nucleolus? So if nucleolus is present, so what is the main function of the nucleolus? The main function of the nucleolus means it provides machinery for the protein synthesis. Machinery for protein synthesis. How? So that means if the protein means the transcription is required, transcription, and then translation is also required. So during the transcription and the translation, a rRNA or the ribosome is required, and this rRNA and the ribosome are actually formed in the nucleolus region. So that's why it helps in providing the machinery for the protein synthesis. Which machinery? That is the rRNA and the ribosome. The main second answer is that it synthesizes simply the rRNA and ribosome. So in the NEET exam, it is always asked that what is the site of rRNA in the ribosome. The answer will be the nucleolus. If in the option it will be as that nucleolus, both, the answer will be nucleolus, but because exactly inside the nucleolus the rRNA and the ribosomes are formed. So it is the site of the rRNA in the ribosome synthesis. So third one is it also stores the ribosomal protein. Ribosomal proteins. Okay. So these are the main function of the nucleolus. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe.